here again with my level 3s. We are going to be doing our entire beam rotation with you guys today. What we've got kind of on the schedule, we are in the pre-season part of our season. And so we are working on making sure we get all of our level 3 skills in today, as well as doing some choreography. We're doing the second half of the routine, and then we're going to work on upgrades. So we're going to do some drills for half turns for level 4. Are you ladies ready to get started? You were good at half turns? Great. Okay, we're going to get started with our beam complex. We do the same one every single time we come to beam during preseason. So working on sideways straddle spins. Level 4 introduces some sideways choreography to them, and we want them to be familiar with how to balance while they're sideways. So we introduce it in level 3, so it's not a huge shock come level 4. We make sure that they do it a lot in level 3. So they're just trying to figure it out. Keeping the core tight, bottom squeezing, high up on releve. Good job, girls. If you guys find it helpful to watch us coach our level 3s, 2s, 1s live, then go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We try to show you kind of what it's like when we are in the middle of a busy gym. We've got limited equipment. We don't just want to show you the highlights. We want to show you what it is really like with these large groups of young athletes. All right, girls, we're moving on to passe, heel, snap, turn, and make sure you say chicken wing while you're still in a passe before you step out. McKinley, that is getting so much better. Good job. Say chicken wing before you step out. So we get them to say chicken wing while they're still in a passe, because we were having a little issue with getting out of that passe too early and just trying to get straight to the beam. Yes. Let me see. Claire said, is this good? She's on the medium beam. I think that was really beautiful, and I could tell how focused you were. Loved it. Come on, girls. Let's be super focused. Use the correct arm path. Oh, man. Yes, I see that. And girls, when you're doing a heel snap, you must come up on releve while you're completing the turn. And the thing that makes a heel snap is that the heel starts on the beam and finishes on the beam while you are still in a passe. In a passe, we want that knee to be level with our hip. Core girl, the point of balance beam is to balance on the beam. Yeah, you get it. She gets it. Okay, we don't just want to scoot around on a flat foot though. We want to make sure, core, we don't balance like that, honey. We want to make sure that we are on a releve as we turn and then a flat foot. All right, girls, what is next? Stretch, jump. You got it. So no sharing feet. And jump as high as you can. Point your feet. Keep your hips flat and legs tight. Hips flat and legs tight, toes pointed. Eyes looking on the beam. Hey, AG, would you go see what's going on between Harper and McKinley up there and see if they need help? Because they look to be having some conflict up there. Oh, no, right here on high beam. No, they just seem to be having a little bit of conflict, and I wanted to see if you could help them resolve it. No, you're fine. Good job. Good. All right, ladies, what is next for you? Leap. That's correct. Let's do a gorgeous arabesque. I want you to impress me, okay? A gorgeous arabesque. A tap, Step arms down, leap arms out. Plie, releve. Claire, that was beautiful. Poppy, I love your releve. Yes. Let's see. Arabesque, tap. Good. Yay! McKinley. Girls, these are getting so much better. Now, Harper, yep. We don't want to crash into our teammates. Pretty dangerous stuff. Taylor, let's make sure we're holding our core nice and tight in the plie releve. That's better. I saw you try to get those ribs in line. Good. And Mila, we always want to point the back foot in a leap, okay? But these are what we do at the beginning of, this complex is what we do at the beginning of beams so that we can make sure we get in all of our level 3 skills every day. All right, girls, let's do. Now, please, we've been working hard on these double pivot turns. Our arms will be in a crown. Hey, McKinley, I like that you tried to help your teammate, but we definitely never want to grab onto our teammate when they're falling off the beam. Double pivot turn in a crown. And girls, we need to talk about these before we get started because I'm already seeing things that we have gone over before. So let's try to look deep into our brains and remember what we do for double pivot turns. Hey, girls, we're listening right now? We're listening. In a double pivot turn, which foot goes in the front? You're silly. Okay, you girls all just gave me the correct answer, and yet as I was watching them, I saw maybe our brains weren't on because we had our dominant foot or a happy foot in the front, right? So let's start that over because we are capable of doing those a lot better. And so we're going to put our arms in a crown. We're going to lock our legs. We're going to be high on releve. We're going to put our silly foot in front and do a double pivot turn. And the upper half of our body is going to look like a full turn is happening, okay? I particularly do not need help. I think I would prefer you help Emma because she's got a pretty big class over there. So Cora, let's try that again. One of the most important aspects of the double pivot turn is being high on releve and having completely straight legs. But if you girls are not thinking about doing that, it will not happen. So you have to be thinking. Eventually, it will just become muscle memory, and you girls will be able to do it correctly without thinking so much. But for right now, this is a new skill that we've just added this year, and I'm not seeing them be done correctly yet, but I do know that you're capable of doing them correctly. Raise your hand if you think you can do this skill correctly. Okay, I still haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to give you girls the opportunity to try those again. And I want you to talk to yourself as if you are a coach. And the things that you need to be saying to yourself are squeeze your legs, high on releve, space around your face, right? Okay, let's squeeze those legs. We're going to have another opportunity to try to get these right. So high releve is the only option that you have, okay? So this is a skill that we have been struggling on a little bit, but it is not due to lack of ability here. Sometimes I think they just think pivot turns and then they just turn off their brains. They think they should be easy, but we're going to encourage them to do it correctly even though these skills might be easy and tedious. Good job! Wow, love your high releve. Harper, let's try that again because you might have been thinking more about not crashing into McKinley and less about how to do the skill correctly. So let's make sure you have enough space. Okay, okay. Yep. All right, ladies, without crashing into your teammates. 3, side handstand and turn dismount. Okay? Poppy, let me spot you on your first few. Let's squeeze super tight in these. Go ahead, Poppy. Push side handstand. This is the hand that's going to come up, and we turn to this side of the beam, and it goes out to this side. That's really good. Let's try it again. All right, girls, those handstands should go straight up and down. You're really fighting to hold them for me. Really fighting to hold. Good job, Taylor. Excellent. Watch the landing position. Tight. Okay. Okay. Oh, good fight, McKinley. Great. Now let's stay tight.
Can you hold this picture?
I can hold that. Oh, Harper, what's the first part of it? A side handstand or the turn dismount? Which part comes first? The side handstand comes first, so we have to do that before we can turn dismount. Go ahead, Poppy. Okay, Cora, let's make sure we go with enough space first. So I want you to make sure you have enough space in front of you. I want you to turn your brain on, cover your ears. We can always start a skill correctly. No matter what skill it is, you can always start it correctly. And most of the time, when you start the skill correctly, you are more likely to do it correct. That was good. Yes. Pushing tall, maximum extension. Good. What? That was one. Okay. Thank you, McKinley. McKinley already is getting set up. What we're going to be doing over here, off the end of our low beam, we're going to do handstand, hold, fall flat on our back. Good job. Okay, Cora, let's see. Did we start the skill correctly and with our brain on? We did? And it still didn't work? Okay. Well, then we gave it our best effort, didn't we? Good. Let's get those ears covered on the way into our handstand, flat back, off the medium beam, off the low beam. We want to hold. Let's just do 2 of the handstands and then sit on the red line and wait for instructions. So this is also the last event of the day, and we're getting towards the end of the week. So this is typically when I start losing them mentally. But we are going to train our brain to be able to get through this with focus, right? Because brain's just like any other muscle. And if we keep working it, we work their brain endurance, then we should be making some progress. Good, Claire. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Nice, Micah. Hey, girls, when you're done, let's sit on the red line so that we can be ready to listen to instructions. Again, this is preseason, so we have to do a little bit of choreography today. We're working on the second half of the routine. I'm going to show them and just highlight a few of the things that I want to be done correctly, and then I'm going to spread them out, and we are all going to work on it together. But right now they're just finishing up their warm-up, of all of their level 3 skills. And so we try to make sure we hit all those level 3 skills during the warm-up. Nice, Cora. But I'm about to go over some of the routine choreography for them. We're going to start at the arabesque, and we're going to go through the ending of the routine. And I'm just going to show them some highlights of what I want them to do correctly. I'm going to wait for them to finish their warm-up. So, Taylor, we're going to not do that because that looks dangerous. All right? We'll work on that another time. It feels dangerous because that is dangerous. A handstand flat back should land flat on your back. So as soon as you start moving those hands around crazy, that's when we are going to risk our arms, okay? And we don't want to do that. Ladies, oh my goodness, look at Claire and McKinley. They are ready, and they are ready to learn. I see them looking so respectful, and that is one of the really important parts when you are at school or when you have a coach. You want to be respectfully listening to them so that you can learn your best, right? Even though we're towards the end of the week and we're on our last event, we still want to be doing that. And tomorrow is field day. Yeah, that's a big thing. All right, girls, let's review the second half of the routine. If we put quarter 3 and quarter 4 together, what do we get? We get what? Half. We got half the routine. So we're going to start from the arabesque. Now when we do an arabesque, are we allowed to drop our chest? No, we have to keep our chest up and our core tight, and we lift into the arabesque. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, tap. Did you see how nothing else moved? Just my leg, not my chest, right? Tap, step with the arms down, leap with the arms out. We're gonna land on a bent leg and the foot's gonna be forwards. Chest up, plie, releve. Okay, what comes next, ladies? Silly foot, lock, pivot, lock, pivot. Ooh, that was not very good, Coach Victoria. We have to stay on releve at the end of the pivot turns, right? Then we go step back, push, flatten the front ankle. Step back, pull, flatten the front ankle. Point. We always point before we go into the next skill. We don't want to just skip straight to the mountain climber and make everything look muddy, right? We want to separate them. So I want a point, which means weight on the back foot and just big toe. Then mountain climber, ears covered, heel up, then side handstand hold, and turn dismount. That's the part of the routine that we're going to be working on today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls. I'm going to separate you girls into 3 groups. 3 groups. Oh, no, you know what? Let's use our partners that we had on vault. Let's use our partners that we had on vault. Great. Yes. Yes, I do. All right. McKinley and Taylor, high beam. Mila and Claire, medium beam. Poppy and Harper, blue beam. And Micah and Cora on the red line. Okay? We are all going to go at the same time, though. Yes?
Can we do like the tag game?
We're not going to do the tag game today. We're just going to make sure we're reviewing the choreography. So everybody go ahead and stand up on the beam. And let's just spread out. So I would like Mila, you're going to start right here towards the back end. Claire, I want you to start towards the middle and still face this wall. McKinley, start in the middle and face that wall. Taylor, you're going to start towards the end. Sorry, ask your question a little louder. Do you have to do, no, if you are not on a beam where you're comfortable doing your side handstand turn dismount, you don't have to do it up there. All right, are we in the middle of the balance beam, Harper? Here we go. I'm going to change this camera angle a little bit. All right, girls, are we ready to review some of that choreography? Yes? All righty, here we go. Girls, we're ready to do the arabesque. So our arms are out to the side. Our chin is up. Our belly is tight. Our silly foot is behind us, pointed on the beam. We're all going to lift it without moving our chest or our rib cage. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, tap. Step arms down, leap arms out. Oh, freeze. Can you show me the ending of the leap in a bent leg arabesque with a pointed back foot? And then plie, plie, releve. Squeezing tight, ribs in line, chins up, silly foot, lock. Arms in crown, pivot, lock, pivot. Whoa, something happened up there, McKinley. All right, step back, push. Flatten the front ankle, step back, pull. Point, freeze. Freeze here. We want your bottom above your back leg, and your back leg needs to be completely locked and tight. Arms are reaching really tall. We're going to start the skill correctly no matter what. First, ladies, if you can, side handstand, turn dismount. If you're comfortable on the beam that you're on. Side handstand, squeeze, turn, dismount. Good. Now, Harper, let's make sure that we keep our ribs in and our belly tight, and we focus on doing the skill correctly before we start it. If you don't think about it until you're already into it, it's too late. Okay, you girls come on off, and then Mila, Poppy, you can do side handstand, turn, dismount. Harper, just watch out, honey. I don't want Poppy to smack into you. Poppy, let me come spot you. Let's make sure we do this correct. Side handstand, turn, arm out. Good. Girls, let's switch beams. High beam goes to the red line. Red line goes to the blue beam. Blue beam goes to the medium beam. Medium beam goes to the high beam. And let's get up there quick. Get up there quick and get ready. McKinley, we're not hanging on a bar. We're ready to do choreography. Taylor, listen. Facing this direction. Arms out to this side with your silly foot behind you. Rib cage in, belly tight, chins up, arms in a T. And arabesque. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, tap, step arms down, leap arms out, plie, releve. Squeeze, tight, tight, ribs in, high releve. Step, silly foot, lock, arms in crown, pivot, lock, pivot. This is what we've been working on. Let's prove it. Step back, push, flatten the ankle, step back, pull, point. Okay, so when we do point, do we ever grab our hands together on beam like this? No. I want hand palms facing each other, wrists flat. Looking for wrists flat. And then mountain climber, start it correctly. First, girls, go ahead and do your side handstand turn dismount. Okay, we have to think about doing it correctly before we start it because it is way too late if you're already in the skill and then you remember that you need to think about it. Okay? Push. All right. Go ahead, Harper, if you're ready. Yes, second row can go. I just didn't want you to crash into your teammates. Pushing, Claire, pushing. Very good. Let's switch beams.
Do we get a blue beam or line?
Line. You go to the red line. Is this our third rotation? This will be our last one. I know you haven't done every beam, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody at least got a high beam or a medium beam one time. Okay, ready? And arms out to the side in a T. Chin up, belly tight. We're getting ready to do an arabesque, and I want you to impress me. The T is a little high. There you go, McKinley. All right, and arabesque hold. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, tap. Step arms down, leap arms out. Ooh. Plie. Releve, squeeze. Nice and tight for me. Nice and tight. You can do it. Squeeze. Taylor, we have our happy foot in front right now. And we've just done a plie releve. Then we go step, silly foot, lock, crown. Pivot, turn, lock, pivot, turn. Come on, girls. You can do this. Show me beautiful space around the face. Step back, push. Step back, pull. Point. Reaching tall, chin neutral. Ladies that are in the front, you can do your side handstand. Poppy, don't do it up there. Side handstand, turn, dismount. Ladies that are in the back, go ahead, side handstand, turn, dismount. Cora, did you think about the dismount before you started it? McKinley, let's not land that skill on our knees, okay? Yeah, we'll just not land on our knees. Okay, Cora. Okay. We need to make sure that we're concentrating on the side handstand, being straight up and down before we start the turn dismount. Girls, let's all sit on the red line so I can tell you what we're going to do to work on our level 4 upgrade of the day, which is our half turn. What's the difference between a heel snap turn and a half turn, Poppy? Yes. On a half turn, you stay on releve. She said, in a heel snap, the heel goes back down at the end of the turn. In a half turn, you stay on releve. That's correct. Poppy's already got it. Do you have a question for me, Claire? You just wanted to tell me what the difference is? Okay, let's hear it. How would you word it? Half turn. Okay, in the heel snap, the arms are in a beach ball, and in a half turn, the arms are in a crown above our head. Girls, what we're going to do is we are going to separate into 3 groups. We are going to do a passe balance on the basu ball, okay, with the button. So if we can find the button, Coach AG, I think it's over by vault. So I'm going to have them work on a passe balance on like a wobble disc or a basu ball, just to be working on that stability through the ankle in that passe position. On the blue balance beam, you are going to do heel snap turns in a row. And we're going to use the heel snap turns as a drill for our half turns. I'm going to write some numbers going down the balance beam. Behind number 1, you do 1 heel snap turn. Behind number 2, you do 2 heel snap turns. Behind number 3, you do 3 heel snap turns in a row without coming out of your passe. You're just going to show me a half turn on the medium balance beam, and we'll start the circuit again. Will you get that bossy ball? The purple one? The purple and black ball, yeah. So we're going to put the bossy ball. Will you put it here so that we can see it in the camera? Yes, ma'am.
4 and the star.
What about 4 and the star?
Oh,
okay, yes. You know what? They're right. They're very excited because I told them if they did 4 heel snap turns in a row, they could. These kids are looking at me like I'm crazy because I have a microphone on and they're like, she's talking to herself. If they did 4 in a row, heel snap turns without coming out of the passe, they could do a dance because they're a superstar. So you know what? If they love that and that keeps them motivated, then that's what it's all about. So girls, if you do 4 in a row, I put a little star there. You do a little happy dance on the balance beam. Let everybody know that you're a superstar, okay? Let's line up. What's that? Oh, I was going to do 3 groups, but I decided to do a circuit, and I never let you know. Sorry, but you're right. We are going to do a circuit, though. Harper, you can go ahead. Get into a passe. 1 heel snap turn. Freeze. Chicken wing. Step it out. Excellent job. Move on to station number 2. We say chicken wing while we're in our passe when we do heel snap turns so that they... Whoa! Remember, it's got to be 2 in a row at the station number 2. Okay. McKinley, let's make sure she gets all the way away from you before you get started because I want you to crash into her. Whatever number you make it to is the number that you make it to, okay? Just you get 1 try at every station. Chicken wing. Step hands behind you. And AG, I'll have you help them with that Basu ball balance because I don't want them to smack into each other. Yeah, you're going to have them at 7, so we only have 29 minutes left, girl. Okay? All right. Here we go. Did you do 3 in a row for that one? Oh man. All right. We're doing a half turn here, and do you remember the difference between a half turn and a heel snap turn? Oh my goodness, you did the second half of that correctly, but I think you forgot that the half turn actually starts on a releve as well. So as soon as you, great. Okay, you're going pretty quickly though, so I want you to really listen to what I'm saying before you get started. McKinley, will you wait on that end of the balance beam for me? So let's put the heel flat. It goes onto a releve as soon as you go to a passe. So passe releve, yes, that is a half turn, and that is correct. Now let's do it beautiful. Good, and where should your arms be in the half turn? Good. Oh, you did floor on balance beam. Okay, go to Coach AG and go work on your ankle stability and being in that passe. Okay, here we go. We're doing a, you made it, okay. Oh, wait, we don't start in a forced arch for that. We're actually gonna start in a lunge, okay? Then we're gonna go passe, releve, and turn at the same time. Step. Why are you girls doing your floor choreography on beam today? See, brain's gone out the window. Brains are in Aruba today. Here we go. Oh man, that started like a heel snap turn. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit so that you guys can see what we're working with up here as we do these upgrades. If you guys find this helpful to watch us coach live to see what it's really like to have all these girls here together and just be working not just the highlight reels of when things are going super well, then give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Okay, so McKinley, again, that is a heel snap turn. You already told me the difference between a heel snap and a half turn. Do you remember it? Okay, let's think. Let's collect ourselves. We're starting in a lunge. Yes, and what's next? Passe. Okay, but we passe as we go onto a releve, right? Thank you, that's so much better. Very good job. High five. Love it. Head over there to Coach AG. Go ahead. All right. Yeah. Oh, good try. Guys, I'm actually going to need to cut the live video off because they're going to start running floor routines and they're going to flag me for copyright But thanks for joining us today. We love having you with us, and follow us for more content.